Hello and welcome to a new video. It's pretty random, but I hope you'll enjoy it regardless. So recently I've been trying to learn a little bit more about coffee, and my friend Jerome, who you'll meet later in this video, has recommended a small setup for me to buy to get started with filter coffee. So I took his advice and ended up buying some new brewing equipment, and this is how my week started. I bought the Hario V60, the EasyPresso JX Pro, and just a random set of scales that's accurate to 0.1 grams. So here's a quick look at my first time brewing with this equipment. Throughout the week, I ended up visiting quite a few coffee shops within Melbourne. The first one being Two Conversations. Two Conversations is a small coffee shop in the heart of Melbourne, and the barista TK is originally from South Korea. I ordered the magic, and TK is truly a master at his craft, and the magic is perfect there. If you're not from Melbourne and you don't know what a magic is, this is what a magic is. I started thinking of some new pieces for the next stem collection for my brand Strawberry. I sewed a quick calico sample, which is based off of a vintage fisherman's smock. I need to dial in a few more of the details before I can make a wear testable version, but here's a first look at the garment. Recently, a lot of my friends who enjoy coffee have been posting on Instagram about a coffee shop called Ini Studio. I finally got around to trying their coffee this week, and I definitely wasn't disappointed. I ordered a magic and it was very tasty. I did hear that Ini Studio does specialize in manual brewing techniques, so once we're out of lockdown and we can sit in, I'll definitely head there and try some of their V60 and filter coffee. Afterwards, the weather changed pretty drastically and I decided to go buy some Korean snacks, and I was also looking for some Korean curry. I ended up buying the incorrect curry. It was just instant curry. On the way out, when I was crossing the street, my umbrella flipped inside out, and if you wanted to feel some secondhand embarrassment, here's a little clip that I accidentally started recording as I was trying to push it back the right way out. Some of you may know Jay. Jay is actually part of the Strawberry team, and recently he's qualified for the Red Bull Street Style World Final in Spain as the Australian representative. So to celebrate this, we decided to make a t-shirt that he's going to be debuting on the world stage in November. I'll be going over a bit more of the details surrounding the artwork and the garments for this, but for now, this week I was just preparing all of the garments and getting the artwork ready for printing. Once I finished preparing everything, I went to my friend Vincent's new screen printing shop to drop off the blank tees. Just because I really love you. Just because I really love you. Vincent's recently moved his business into this big warehouse, so I wanted to go around, drop the tees off, and check out the new space. start of the video, I mentioned my friend Jerome, and this here is Jerome. He's a barista at Bench Coffee. Jerome and I recently just finished up a zine together. Jerome took all of the film photos and he also wrote the poetry for the zine, whereas I curated the film photos that he took and I designed the zine for him. The zine is fully printed and it's available now on the Bench Coffee website. Bench Coffee is another little small coffee shop in the heart of Melbourne, and they really do focus on making the best possible specialty coffee. Bench Coffee roasts and uses their own beans, which you can actually buy, and the interior of the cafe was designed by the owner, and it truly is a beautiful space. The team is amazing and they're actually a big motivation for me when it comes to learning about coffee. After stopping by at Bench, I went to Fed Square to start practicing at the spot. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen these clips. And today I was wearing the new Lee Cat t-shirts that they sent me. So thank you, Jin-kun. He sent them all the way from South Korea and I really love these t-shirts. In this session, I wanted to develop a few ideas that I've had in mind. One idea that I had in mind was spinning out of different positions on different parts of your foot. And another idea that I had was getting wrapped up within your tricks and then unraveling yourself into a big feature trick. I really like how these concepts turned out and I think they produce really detailed and nice looking results. That's the video. I know it was a little bit choppy and random, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you have any recommendations for cafes or coffee shops in Melbourne, I would love to hear about them and I'll try them next week. And also, if you had any brewing advice for home brewing, I'd love to hear those as well. So make sure you drop them down in the comments and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.